What is going on, YouTube? We are back at it again. The halfway mark of the season is almost here, but welcome to week number 6. Let's get into it. Thanks again for showing up and showing love here to the USFA. We got a lot of things to cover at halftime. You know, I gotta do the house cleaning a little later, but we gotta talk about the two teams that's coming on here to the field today. It's going to be the homies in Toronto taking on New York. Eastern Conference matchup. Should be a fun ride. Both of these teams, they're kind of at the bottom of the food chain in regards to record. Toronto, they won a couple games up to this point. New York, they have won 0, so they're looking for their first W. I'm getting everything set up here as we go ahead and get this thing cooking, but it should be a fun ride nonetheless. Both of these two teams, they're trying to get into the upper echelon of the playoff race. There's only 3 spots available in each conference, so it should be a fun ride. It is going to be a little bit of a rainy day here in New York, so we're going to see what happens here in just a little bit. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates. You know how we do over on this side. The games keep rolling. Actually, I take that back. It's not raining. It's going to be partly cloudy. Read that completely wrong, but let's go ahead and get into it. Everything's getting set up here, but it should be a fun ride between these two teams. They got a new quarterback here for Toronto. They still have the same one as per the season, but new as in what's the word I'm looking for? They're going with the veteran. That's what I'm trying to say. They're going with the veteran. They didn't go out and draft one, and this is a potential quarterback that Toronto could have spent trying to get in the draft as opposed to going through the trade cycle and all the good stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see Aaron Nike here in his 6th start. So far, he's been impressing. He's had some slip-ups, obviously, but that's just part of the process. A lot of things happen in the game of football, and the game appears to be slowing down for the big homie. So can't wait to see what they do. Can't wait to see what Toronto does. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the play game button on my side, and then we can go ahead and get this thing rolling. Best of luck once again to both of these teams, as this one is going to be kneeled down, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing set up. Let's get into it, folks. I'll go ahead and get the sound on for you as we see a handoff, and there's going to be a juke move there from Austin Wilson. Going to make it 2nd and 2 after that play. But it should be a fun ride nonetheless. Both of these teams have a lot of talent, as does the rest of the teams in the USFA, but there's only one victor in each game. You can only make one impact, and you got to see what happens here. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be faking this handoff here, looking for a man, but the blitz is trying to get home, and yes, it will. It's gonna be a set. Great job by Paco Pac the second, getting a half a sack. There was another defensive player there in the revenue. Let me see where he's at. Number 52. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Number 52 is Phenom Chisholm. So his first sack away from Huntington Beach, or his first half a sack here. As we see 3rd and 8 coming up, they're going to fake the handoff. The protection breaks down. Going to launch this one over the heads of everybody. And it's going to be 4th and 8. Long snap here, but he does get it away. Is David Washington going to push through the special teams coverage? There is number 23, Rashad Watson. We'll talk about the players in a little bit. We'll start with Toronto when they get back on offense, but it's Aaron Nike time here in New York. They're trying to get something going. They need their first W. Honestly, there's no better time than right now. This is a team with comparable talent on both sides. Both teams have good defenses, good offenses. We'll see how it goes from here as they fake the handoff, and they're going to push forward as number 23, Rashad Watson. He's coming off with a good start to his game, as we see New York in those all burgundy uniforms. You want to say wine red, if you will. Definitely one of my favorite uniform sets all the way through, from the home, away, alternate. I love the switch ups. You could go black tops, cream bottoms, whenever you want to talk about it. Aaron, next first passes is going to be complete, and there goes the big tight end Giovanni. Actually, take that back. It is going to be Gataki Dracos. I was thinking Giovanni Walker because he's been playing with Gataki for so long, but it's all good. The drive continues here for New York. Going to be passing this one again. Going to look left side. Is going to be caught. Turn it up. Reaching out for the first down mark. He's going to be a little shy, but a great effort there from 23. He got Michael Jordan number. He said he want to do something big. It's 2nd and inches. Bello set on the other side. The bot with the tackle. But it's going to be 2nd and inches here. New York moving the ball down the field. An automatic first down anyway. And they're going to throw for some more. But he cannot hang on through contact. It's going to be a first down regardless. Lee Flowers got called off sides. And it's going to be 1st and 10 New York. Let's see what they can do. First and 10 again. Looking for a man. 360 no scope and a throwaway. I thought he was going to sling it down the field, but it's all good. We'll see what happens. 2nd and 10 coming. New York had a pretty promising game, even though it was in defeat against the Charlotte Royals. They did give up a lot of points there, but they did show some promise, including an interception within the first minute of the game to give them the first scoring drive. We'll see if it picks up, but they're going to give it to 17 on the outside. He's looking for a hole, and he almost had one there. Was Kareem Washington. Good job there. Going to make it 3rd and 8 coming up. Going with a jumbo set here. They got Juice Parrish out there. We'll see if they can throw it his way. But they're going to fake it one time, fake it 2 times, looking for a man. Going to take off to run, middle of the field, and throws a pick. That is a bad pass there. And that is going to be taken backwards. Mitchell Lott takes it away from New York. That is tough right there. You hate to see it on such a promising drive, but Toronto said they got the juice. They're going to see if they could get the W here today as they throw it right side and caught. Going to be number 87. I can't see the number. Actually, that's going to be the big home of Spike Tillman for his first catch coming through in the fold. Going to make it 1st and 10. Speaking of which, we could go ahead and talk about this team. Let's go ahead and bring up their roster. But quarterback would be Jim Carr in season number 3. Austin Wilson and Braxton McFadden will be the halfbacks as we see a handoff, and it's going to be a decent gain there. It looked like it was going to be at least a gain of 1, but it turned out 5. Wide receivers will be JoJo Tidwell Jr., Darren Eliason, Spike Tillman, and Aiden Keown. Tight end will be Dusty Rooks. Kicker / punter will be David Washington. They did release Usulu Masuarusu, along with another name I believe is Brian Ruddy, to make room for Spike Tillman as we see a handoff again. And this time, New York was ready for it, but the will of Austin Wilson is still churning up positive yards after contact. It's 3rd and inches now. If they get the first down here, we'll talk about the New York defense, which shouldn't be a problem. As they go to a jumbo set here. Looking for the first. Gonna find the first is 22. Actually, it's 23. Braxton McFadden getting into the mix. Gonna make it 1st and 10 again here for the Wraiths. As we talk about this New York team here, the D-line is as follows. They got Ivan Johnson, Buster Mack, and Rye Hoglall, the rookie. Linebackers will be C.A. Jr., Javad Storm, Ernesto Romero III, and Paco Pac II as that pass is caught. There by Tillman again, getting early access in this offense. Cornerbacks will be Neil Mason and Chris Cook. Looks like safeties will be D.D. Beasley, Cornstalk and Andy Newsom as we set up. Actually, there was one more linebacker there, Phenom Chisholm as well, but he plays more D-line. So we'll see where New York puts him as we see another drop back. Middle of the field's wide open there for the tight end who wants the touchdown, but he's brought backwards. Going to get stopped at the 4, and it's going to be first and goal coming up here for Toronto. Looking nice after the interception. First and goal here, going to pass it short right side, and that's deflected. That was dangerous. Number 48 came through with the mix. You know, who's number 48? Let me see real quick. That's Javad Storm. That was a great cutoff there by the rookie doing his thing. Going to make it second and goal here, as New York is at the very least trying to hold them to 3, but Toronto's still moving. They're in a good position. They're going to be a short drop back looking for a man middle of the field, and had Spike Tillman open for the touchdown, but that's an overthrow. And now it's 3rd and 4 coming up. We'll see what they do here. Handoff. Number 22 is going to get sniped, and that is going to be no good. Finished off by Ernesto Romero III, and the New York defense stands tall here. Should see the field goal team come up, and we'll talk about the New York offense when they get back onto the field. Great job. Fourth and goal. Kick is going to be up and all day there from Washington, as Toronto takes a 3-0 lead. First quarter already almost finished here, but we're going to keep the game rolling. As you already know, make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates. We got a game tonight, so make sure that you don't miss out. It's going to be Charlotte at New Jersey, and we're going to see the first glimpse of that camo alternate here for New Jersey tonight. It's going to be a fun ride here as always, so make sure you show some love. We're going to keep it moving as always, but we got to get back to this gameplay. Looks like the kickoff is coming back pretty soon, and I can't wait to see the Charlotte New Jersey game. Sire Augustus, he's looking for another win on his mantle. Going to be fun. Going to be a return here though. It's going to be Mr. Aldrezi taking out past the 25. It gets stuck. First and 10 coming up. Let's see what the Mafia can do here on the field. Well, let's talk about their offense real quick. Quarterback will be Aaron Ike. Aaron Ike in the 6th start, as we see a reverse play, trying to bounce it outside, and does. Gets the first down, trying to get a little bit more, but the man that got the INT earlier is going to pick up the tackle. It's going to be a big game there for Rashad Watson. He's the sole halfback here for this New York team. Wide receivers will be Kareem Washington, Cam Mello, and John Aldrezi. Tight ends will be Gataki Dracos and Juice Parrish. Kicker / punter, Party, as we see another reverse play. This time he takes it more inside, but looks like the homies in Toronto is ready for it. Krim and Yogi Barr coming through to make the play. We'll talk about the defense in a little bit here for Toronto. We'll see if New York can pick up this first down. You know what I'm saying? And they will keep it on the ground. Why not? It's working a little bit. They'll take it to the 46-yard line. 3rd and manageable coming up here for New York. It's time for them to take it in gear and see if they can move the ball down the field more consistently. Toronto's not going to give it up easy, though. They could very well keep it on the ground here, as we see Krim moving back to the outside here, as we see a handoff rolling forward, but did he pick it up? They said he's short a yard, and it looks like the Toronto defense gets yet another stop here in this one. Will they go for it? They will not. Potty looking for the pin. He upgraded his awareness and not his awareness. He updated his accuracy. And it looked pretty close there, but just could not quite get the bounce he wanted to. As we close out quarter number 1, let's get into it, folks. We'll talk about the defense when they get back on, but we'll see the fake of the handoff. Protection's broken down, and that is going to be almost throwaway. He tried to get it to the receiver coming back, but not to be. Going to make it 2nd and 10 coming up. Faking the handoff. Gonna look to launch it left side. And there's some coverage, and that's incomplete. Trying to get it to Eliason. Perfect coverage there from Mr. Neil Mason as we make it 3rd and long here. Shotgun set here for Toronto. Needs something going, looking for a man. Protection's breaking down a little bit. He's going to pass it short, and the defense is going to stand tall. Javad Storm holds him down and going to make it 4th and 4. New York's getting the ball back real quick. And also, I didn't say this earlier, but I hope everyone had a safe Halloween yesterday. I just did some work, nothing too crazy, but I'm here. I'm still alive. I had my my clown mask. I had my clown mask for the beginning of the day at work, and then like throughout the day, when I switched it, I got to the what's the word I'm looking for, the smoky skull mask. There you go. So I had that going on. They're just walking around town with the people. You know what I'm saying? So. Not too much talk about Halloween. We want to see something scary, though, on this football field as we see another handoff. The block is near perfect, and that'll push Rashad Watson past 35 yards so far in this first half, on pace to at least get around 100, so he's doing very well. We'll see if the Toronto run defense stands tall. Faking the handoff, protection's perfect. Going to go back to the middle of the field, takes off to run, getting chased down, going to throw it away before it gets too crazy. Great awareness there from Aaron Knight. He didn't have a lane to run. The pocket was breaking down, so give your team a chance to fight another day. And now it's 3rd and short. Taking the handoff. Krim is going strong and getting another sack. That's going to be number 6 on the season there for 78. He's trying to get back in that leaderboards, and he just did that here on that play. And that is a drive stopper. Going to be a return here, and going to get past the 25. There's a fumble, but I think he hit the ground first. Looks like the referees will check that out, and it should be overturned. Yes, it is. So Toronto, they save face as we get back onto the field. 1st and 10 coming. Pocket solid, pass is better. Pushing forward is Darren Eliason past the 45. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming here for Toronto. Nice. Darren Eliason leading the league currently in touchdowns. Faking the handoff here. They send a blitz, but perfectly blocked. Look in and taking off to run. He's going to get sacked. Phenom Chisholm looking like his HBV self getting back in there, and that's going to be a loss of 1. Getting to the quarterback, that's what he does best in my personal opinion. Kind of surprised Huntington Beach let him go. He's definitely a playmaker as they send another blitz. It doesn't quite get home. They're going to launch it deep and going to find a dot to the 12. Actually, tested a 7. My bad. Darren Eliason says, let me run a little bit. I could take the top off. And Jim Carr just threw a money shot. Toronto right in scoring distance again. New York looking for another stop here. They're going to send a few, but they left the man open, and it's going to be Darren Eliason. He got him down there. Might as well double back and give it to him again. Touchdown number 8 there for DE14. In New York, they're now facing a 2-score deficit here. We'll see the extra point, see if they can make it 10-0, and that's not going to happen. So New York has some more life here on this side. We'll see what happens when they get back onto the field. But let me get the defense out here for Toronto. So much was happening. I got a little conflicted. D-line here for Toronto will be Lee Flowers, Andre Krim, Matthew Owsley. Linebackers will be Dexter Hall, Michael Brown, Yogi Barr, and Alan Otero. Cornerbacks will be Lawrence Sands, Thor Brown, Kevin Uribe, and Tyler O'Steele. Safeties will be free safety Tomlin Juster, and Mitchell Lott will be the strong safety here in this Toronto secondary. So shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that's watching in the chat. Best of luck once again to both of these teams. Well, we got to keep the games rolling, as you already know. And we'll see the kickoff back over to New York. We'll see if their offense can get it in gear as we see Mr. Aldrezi taking it up the middle. Cuts up and going to get past the 30. Right at the 29, actually. It's going to be 1st and 10. New York has shown promise so far in this ball game, but it's just a matter of being consistent with the football. The turnover definitely didn't help, but they have life here still as we see a pass coming. The slant routes not working that time. A lot of coverage there on the back end. Look like Toronto is ready for it. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Strong guy formation. Gonna be a drop back, looking for a man off the back foot, and another throwaway. As Aaron Knight is currently 2 for 7 for 15 yards. He wants to get something going for real. 3rd and 10 coming. And it looks like it got a little worse here for the homies in New York. They got hit with that glitch cheese. As it looks like Aaron Knight's just staring into the wilderness right here. Kick a little bit, you know, make sure the cleats are good. And it looks like they want to give themselves 5 yards going backwards. Make it hard on yourselves. I ain't mad at that shit. If you could pick it up, then it's all day. It's 3rd and 15 coming up. Unfortunate there. It does happen from time to time. We'll see what happens here. They're saying on the booth review, I don't know what they tripping on. But 3rd and 15 coming up here. Let's see what happens on this particular play. Looking for a man, going to throw it short, and there's a defensive player right there. And it's going to be 4th and 11 coming up. I think the scoreboard glitching a little bit. Don't mind it. It'll work itself out after halftime, I believe. But it's 4th and 11 regardless. And Toronto's getting the football right back. The offense was moving earlier, but now New York is going backwards here as we see Potty with another boot to the 15-yard line as we see where can he get to past the 25 down to the 28. And here comes Toronto once again. First and 10 coming. Going to be a fake of the handoff, looking for a man, takes off to run, and going to run straight into number 46, Ivan Johnson, getting into the backfield. He says that he's ready to make some plays too. A big rush there is going to be a loss of 8. The defense is doing what they can to try to get their offense on the field more consistently, but this will definitely help if they could keep on pushing them backwards. 2nd and 18 coming. Going to pass it again, going to throw it to the left side. He's going to fall though. Not too much he could do there. Don't think he was going to pick up the first down with that particular play, but they'll pick up 3. Almost got offsides there, but not to be. 3rd and 15. The pass rush trying to get home. They're making them run for it, and it's going to be Hoglow taking them down at the 15. 2 sacks on this drive. That's 4 on the game here for New York. They're getting to the quarterback, and that's going to be 4th and 22 coming up. We'll see this return come soon. Hoglow making some moves. We'll see what the return does as it gets past the 35. Going to get a few blockers. Going to turn up and going to get close to midfield. Actually right at midfield. So perfect opportunity here for New York to turn up, get some points before the half. Been a slow game. We'll see if their passing attack improves. First and 10 coming up. Gonna fake the handoff, protection. Okay, gonna look for a man though, and hit as he throws was Aaron Ike. Gonna make it 2nd and 10 coming up. The protection was solid. I think if you got that pass out a little bit earlier, that tight end will still be running, but 2nd down and 10 coming up. I formation. And it's going to be a fake of the handoff, looking for a man, turns back the other way, and he's going to take off to run. Going to try juke and fumble the football, and picked up by Toronto's Matthew Owsley. The 2nd turnover on the day for Aaron Knight, and Toronto's in business. He tried to juke him out, but not to be. There's the rush on the run side of things there for New York gets home. That's going to be a loss of 3 right there. Great job by Andy Newsom getting into the backfield. The 2nd down. Second and 13. They're going to send a man in motion. Will they get the hike off? Yes, they will. Barely looking right side and burnt a man. There goes Darren Eliason taking the top off again. That's gonna be touchdown number 9 on the season. He's got 2 in the first half, and he's looking nice as Toronto takes a deeper lead. Great job. Once again, cashing out as we make it 16-0. Still a 2-possession ball game, all things considered. New York needs to take the anchor out, though. They've been struggling to get something going after the highest output in regards to a game. Toronto has not been playing around here. Sending this one away. New York needs something as we see the return here from Aldruzzi. Going to turn up and find some room to get past the 30. I thought he was going to keep running, but a great return nonetheless. Going to make it 1st and 10. Looking, gonna hand this one off, and there's a juke move there from Rashad Watson. And that's a big gain there. 2nd and 1 coming up. There's still time in this half to get some points here, cut into the deficit, take it into the second half, see what your team could do. Don't give up on the game. There's still plenty to fight for. We still got, say, around like 27 minutes left in this ball game. So anything can happen in the span of 27 minutes. They're going to throw it middle of the field, and that is just an overthrow. Had Gataki there, not to be. 3rd and 1. As we see a delayed handoff, and number 23 trying to get the first. He's going to get close. I think they stopped him though. 4th and inches coming, and another big tackle there from Toronto holds them away from the first. Sending this one away is Potty looking for the bounce, not to be again. As we see 1st and 10 coming up. Sending Darren in motion here. Gonna look for it, man. There's gonna be a fake. Gonna throw it middle of the field and caught. There goes number 87, Spike Tillman, getting another catch on the game. Is gonna make it 1st and 10 again as we hit the 2-minute warning. First and 10 coming. Gonna look for a man. Gonna launch this left side and going to be caught in traffic. It's gonna be Darren Eliason on the other side of the field, picking up another big gain. It's gonna make it 1st and 10, and I think we may have our first candidate for getting on the team of the week. He's already over 140 yards, and he still has another half. 1st and 10 coming. Gonna look for a man. Pass off the mark there to Tillman. It's gonna be 2nd and 10. Got an empty set here for the Toronto team. New York looking for something as it turns up, gets away from the pressure, looking up, trying to throw it, and he is going to take off to run, reaching out for the first, and I think he got it. They're going to give it to him. The clock continues to roll, but it's 1st and 10 coming here for Toronto. Great job. Short drop back. They send a blitz. It doesn't get home, but he's going to get tackled in bounds. 40 seconds left. Getting closer to field goal range. Not quite there, but still got some time to take advantage of as we take this one to the next setup. We'll see what they'll do here. See where Darren Eliason is currently in regards to yards. Darren Eliason is at 378 going into this game, so he definitely hit the 500 yard mark so far in the season in this one. So congratulations. That's another overthrow. That's going to make it 3rd and 7 now. Right now he goes into this game. Let's see. Well, I'll look it up in a little bit, but we'll see 3rd and 7 coming up. Right side, it's going to be caught, but another tackle inbounds. So it looks like it'll be 4th and 6 probably will see the field goal team come along. So as of right now, going into this game, Darren Eliason was a top 10 receiver in regards to yards. All things considered, we should have him in the top 5 at the very least. So great job once again, as that one is going to be nicely done. And I didn't get a chance to hit the pause button, my bad. But that'll be the end of the first half so far. It's been all Toronto, but New York comes back with the football here. We'll see what they can do. And it's going to be returned here, taking the pass to 20, looking for a lane and going to get dropped down. As we go ahead and take it to the break, you see the stats right there. Aaron Nike not looking very pretty there, but Jim Carr on the other side, he's definitely on schedule to do some big things. We'll see what happens at the end, but we got to talk about the homies at W real quick. Shout out to them. Use that code on your screen, USFA S9, to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to have with them. Great product as always. If you want an energy drink replacement that doesn't give you the crashes, the jitters, the craziness, no one wants that in their energy drinks. That's why you need to drink the premium stuff, also known as the official energy drink of the United Sim Football Association. Shout out to them. Also, shout out to Paladin as well. There are other sponsors here for the USFA. If you need any help software wise for your business, there's no better place to do it than to go with Paladin. A great set of people, very knowledgeable. And if you sign a contract with them, just like if you was to get some W, you'll be directly supporting the USFA by doing so. So shout out to them once again. Also, shout out to all of our affiliates. We got 3 of them. We have the GSB, Gold Standard Basketball. If you need any help in getting the basketball set up for your Sim League life, there's no better place to do it than the GSB. Content daily, great games all the time. They're in season 2 and it's getting close to the end as well, so we're going to be looking to set up on that side. There's also a free trial if you want to get up in there. That'll be sweet. So shout out to the homies there with Nighthawk and all them boys. But also, shout out to Goals Great One Hockey League Sim. If you want to do hockey in the Sim League format, there's no better place to do it than there. Make yourself a Hall of Famer today on the ice. You can knock some heads, all the good stuff. I'm trying to tell you, it gets real in the field, and we're going to keep it moving there as always. But also, shout out to our last affiliates at the ECFL. There are collegiate affiliates. There are most, if you want to put numbers on it. But whenever you finish your collegiate football career there, you'll be drafted by one of our 12 amazing teams here, including 2 that you see here today and the 2 that we'll see tonight. But there's 12 teams here, and we got the whole NCAA to NFL set up there. So if you want to look at it like that, that is what we do. And yes, we could go ahead and get back into the gameplay. Sounds like they are getting back to the field, and I can't wait to see what they do. Make sure you join the game for tonight. That is going to be these games right here. Let me just go ahead and bring it up for you before we get back to the gameplay. But Charlotte and New Jersey will be the 2 teams that will be coming on Twitch, so make sure you get on the giveaway. And looks like we're back into it. Let's get focused. Let's get righteous as we see a fake, and they're going to give it to 17 on the other side. They tried this play earlier. This time it worked a little bit better there for Kareem Washington, but they're hoping they could hit that hole a little bit better. But you got to give credit to that Toronto defense. They've been playing stout all game long. It's 2nd and 5 coming. Second and medium, they're going to send Juice Parrish in motion. That's one player that has yet to get a touch so far, as we see a handoff, and there goes some blocking, and Rashad Watson's going to get dragged backwards before he could get the first. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming. Can New York pick it up? This has been a problem area so far in this game. These short situations, they should be picked up fairly easily, but New York's going to try the ground and is going to push forward. There goes Watson. He's going to fumble it. And going to get picked up by the O-line. Actually, that's not the O-line. That's Cam Mello. Actually, no, I thought it was 86. That was actually 68. The O-lineman did pick it up. Will they review it? Or they just let it happen? Hold on to it. No, he was down. But they're not going to go ahead and challenge it. They're going to just let it rock. We'll see what happens as New York gets the first. They're going to go with the reverse, and there's a lot of room there for the big homie. He's going to take off past the 30 and drag down by Yogi Barr using that speed. And now New York is in business. They started out the ball with the half, and now they have a chance to cut into this lead a little bit. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. We've yet to have a blowout or a shutout. We've had blowouts, but we haven't had shutouts yet. So I'm expecting New York to get on the board one of these times here for sure. As we see another handoff, and there goes number 54. Just making sure that doesn't happen. 2nd and 9 coming. Faking the handoff, looking for a man. Gonna turn back up and off the back foot and just deflected. Great defense there from Toronto. Gonna make it 3rd and 9 coming up. Aaron Nike already 2 turnovers in, 1 fumble, 1 interception. Third and 9 coming. What will New York do here? Going to be a drop back. Looking for a man. Takes off to run. Blocking is nice. He's going to take off, and he is going to try to pick up the first. Cuts up and runs through Yogi Barr to pick up the first. That's rookie on rookie crime right there. The drive continues, and a great job there holding on to the football this time. Look at the shoulder. He showed up on that play. Good job there from the rookie quarterback, trying to get some points on the board here. 1st and 10. Here comes Aaron, and caught, reaching out, and Aldrezi almost had his 3rd touchdown of the season, but they marked him short. It's going to be at the 1-yard line. A great catch by number 16. It's 1st and goal, New York. Short drop back, looking Millfield, and had a man, but Aldrezi, he was a little bit outside. I think it was mostly because it was a bullet. He kind of had to throw a bullet to get it there, but kind of out of the reach there of the rookie. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And it's another empty set here on this drive here for New York. I believe they had an empty set. I might be tripping, but they send a blitz, and it's going to get home. It's going to be Dexter Hall throwing that fastball down the middle, striking them out. It's going to be 3rd and goal coming. Great blitz. Not enough bodies to stop the blitz. That's how it goes sometimes. It's 3rd and goal coming up, and I'm surprised they didn't try a run play here at the 1-yard line. Number 23 was ready, but we'll see if they can get it done here. Looks left side, and going to be almost picked off after the deflection. Put in a place where pretty much Cam Mello only could touch it, but the pass is off the mark. New York's going to have to settle for 3. You hate to see that. You'd like to see a run play there. A very balanced set here. 30 plays, 16 of them have been rushing plays. But New York will get on the board, cash out a little bit, big homies. The game is still intact. We'll see Toronto come back onto the field for the first time this half. Gonna see a kneel down here. Toronto has the 13-point lead. It's gonna be 1st and 10 coming up. Let's see what the big homies do. See if they can extend the lead a little bit. Faking the handoff. They send the blitz. It doesn't get home, but there's a man wide open, and I think the big homie Eliason is going to hit double digits on the season. That touchdown lead is going to be pretty ridiculous. He led last season, and he's doing it again here in a different timeline. It's going to be a big touchdown there for Toronto. And they're going to go for 2. Make it 24-3, make it a 3-score game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. Short drop back, looking, takes off to the run, off the back foot, trying to turn up, reaching out, and he did get it. That's gonna be a 2-point conversion there from number 82. Playing a little golf over there, as you can see, but big moves so far here for Toronto, as they're going to make it a 24-3 score. Gonna be a return here though, and finding a little room and gets stuck, but unfortunate for New York, that was definitely a hold. I seen it happen. Gonna make it 1st and 10 again here for the Mafia. Gonna be a handoff and stuck in the backfield, and he did a good job to not go backwards on the hit. He'll at least pick up 2, but there's gonna be a point where the run game is gonna do nothing but harm your chances. We'll see 2nd and 8 coming up, because they need to score, and they need to score fast. But first things first, they need a touchdown, as we see yet another handoff and gonna pick up a few more yards there. 3rd and 6 coming up. Gonna be sending a man in motion here, but it took too long, and now it's going to be 3rd and 11. Some of the younger quarterback situations here popping up when they don't need it. It's going to be another 3rd and long situation. Huge drop back. Gonna throw it short. Gonna make the catch. There goes Juice, and he's gonna get close to the first, but I don't think he picked it up. Ran out of room, and it's gonna be 4th and 1 coming up. Now, me personally, I would try to go for it, me personally, because you gotta use all the time to come back, but knowing where they are, I don't think it's gonna happen, as we do see the punt team, Potty gonna look to flip the field here, sending this one, and he does got a leg as it goes all the way to the other 25-yard line. But good job there from the return man to at least get back to the 35-36. Here comes Toronto again. One more touchdown will give them 30 on the day, and as they move closer towards their 2nd victory of the season, moving past their 2nd victory of the season, look towards their 3rd victory. As we see 1st and 10, going to be another drop back. Got some crossers, not getting home. Yes, they do. That's going to be Ivan Johnson. He's going to get number 2 on the game. Going to make it 2nd and 18. Great job on the rush. Handoff, cutting back up past the 30. Gonna make it 3rd and 14 now. Gonna look right side is gonna be caught. A juke move, gonna make another juke move, gonna drag a man, and I think he picked it up. Yes, he did. Austin Woolston did that by himself. It's 1st down coming, and Toronto's keeping it moving. Wow. What a play there. Chris Cook, he had the ability to make the tackle, but that's where your strength and tackle attributes will come into play. Make that finish it off. You know what I'm saying? There goes the tackle right there. Great job by Javad Storm helping out on the tackle. Chris Cook was there. Going to make it 2nd and 11. Faking the handoff, protection solid, gonna launch it again deep and overthrows this time around. Darren Eliason having himself a field day over there on that side. Gonna make it 3rd and 11. Neil Mason is having some serious trouble guarding number 14. Darren Eliason trying to be a Pro Bowler again, producing games like this. It's kind of hard for me to think that he won't be in that list, as we see a throw to the right side, and that's going to be stopped there from New York as the 3rd quarter starting to wind down. New York will have the ball back before the 3rd ends. Sending this right side, and there's another pin there. Great job. Going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. New York has a quarter to score 21 points for the most part. First and 10. Gonna be a fake and then going with the reverse for a 3rd time. And this time it's Aldrezi getting dropped for a loss. They tried it, but they tried 3 times. I think they've only gained at least 2 yards total between the 3 plays, which isn't very pretty. Got to give credit where credit is due. Toronto is not playing games here. There's 3 seconds left. Will they hike the ball? No, they will. Actually, they will. Going to stretch it out to the right side and going nowhere. And that is going to be the end of quarter number 3. Throw your 4s up. Let's get back into it. Week 6 action. Got the doubleheader today and the doubleheader tomorrow to get this one kicked off. Let's do it. We're going to see if we can pick it up. Going to throw it right side. And there goes the homie. Kataki Draco's getting into the mix. He makes it 4th and 2. Does New York go for it here? Me personally, I say go for it because you need scores. The longer Toronto has the ball, that's the less chance for you to get it. But they're giving the ball right back to Toronto. We'll see another potty punt as we see where this return is going to be, trying to cut around, and looks like Chris Cook was right there. Actually, no, that's Alan Sara, one of the bot players, making the tackle. Then it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Gonna be handing this one off, pushing forward, gets past the 40. And it's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up here. Phenom Chisholm there with the solid game here for New York. They're trying to get something going. High formation coming up. Toronto well intent on burning this clock, using his blockers as best he can, but he's getting slowed down. He's going to make it 3rd and 3. Austin Wilson coming into this game as the number 2 rusher. And I believe he's well behind Doc Boone. So if Doc Boone is watching, I'm sure he's hyped to see that he is potentially going to add more to his total. We'll see what he does against New York tonight. If you remember the last time they played, it wasn't pretty, as looks like that play wasn't pretty at all. Austin Wilson averaging 2 yards a carry, and the New York Mafia will get yet another stop. Yes, Austin Wilson came into this game with 489 rushing yards, right behind Doc Boone, who has 616. So looks like we'll see what happens here. Looking for the bounce, going to get a bounce and going to roll right to the goal line. Almost picked up, but it looks like the big homies will take it to the 20. Drop back. Here comes Aaron. Middle of the field and caught. There goes the halfback. Getting to the 30. Make it the 29. Going to make it 2nd and 1 coming up. And there's only 9 more minutes left in this ball game. Not too much time to dilly-dally if you're attempting a comeback. But at the very least, you'd want to see a touchdown out of this team. Aaron Ike, not the greatest of games we've seen from him, but we give him that grace. He is a rookie, still learning the systems, as that pass is going to be caught. Shedding a man is 23. That's going to be Rashad Watson coming out the backfield. Great play there. 1st and 10 again. Going to keep it moving here. Going to speed it up a little bit. Going to be passing it right side and jumping forward, making the catch is Cam Mello. Going to not get that much. Pick up 3. Quick pitch, wide open. Juice Parrish reaching out, should have the 1st, and he does. It's only his 2nd catch of the game. I was hoping we'd see a little bit more from him, but Toronto's been keying in on the young tight end. He has a lot of ability. He's been updating. He's subscribed to the league. You see right there, 20 for 20, as that is going to be a false start there. That defensive lineman that moved, he actually was the one that recovered the fumble earlier, but we'll see. 1st and 15 coming up. Hey, going to throw it right side and caught, dragging the toes. Going to make it 2nd and 11. So they get some of those yards back. Going to be dropping back again, looking, going to throw it Parrish's way again, turns up, gets hit out of bounds as he was trying to reach out for the 1st, but it is going to make it 3rd and manageable here. We'll see if they can continue to drive. Great job there for the tight end, by the way. I don't know if you peeped that, but they had the W towels there on the bench. Make sure you replay that, check it out, make sure I did it right. It's going to be 3rd and 2 though. And it's going to be a pass again, middle of the field and caught. There goes Watson, taking it past the 40. And the drive continues here for New York. They are not over 100 passing yards yet. That is a ridiculous stat. As we see New York move the ball down the field. Good tackle there from Yogi Barr. Aaron Knight wants something big. Going with the empty. Got a lot of slants. Going to look right side and caught there. Goes 87. Past the 20. Pushing through to around the 15. They'll mark it at the 16. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming. But New York had some opportunities in this ball game. I think for the most part, it was self-inflicted. I don't think Toronto did the greatest job of, well, I take that back. They did a great job on defense, but I think what I'm saying is I think New York did more work hurting themselves than Toronto did. Like, you seen the interception. Like, there was no receiver in sight. That was just a bad move. The fumble, he should have slid. Who knows what would have happened if that didn't happen? Like, it's things like that trickle down when it comes to the game of football. You want to make sure that you're sound in these situations. That pass is caught, and there goes Kareem Washington squeezing through Ghost to get through the touchdown. He says he ain't scared of Halloween. He said it's going past it real quick. And they do cut that lead down to a 2-score game. I'm expecting an onside kick, but at the same time, you also can make the argument that they need to kick it deep, see if they can get a quick stop, don't use their timeouts, come back with it. (24-10) is your score. New York getting back on the board again. But like I was saying though, New York, they have the ability, and I think they have the talent. Me personally, they just need more continuity. They need more time to actually build around the offense, give them a chance to add more talent. And New York could be a team that can be a very good piece. As we see that one picked up from number 12. It almost got kicked over to New York side, but it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Great recovery there from number 12, Tidwell Jr., who we haven't really talked about a lot today. He did take a back seat towards Spike Tillman moving into the fray, but we'll see what happens here. Handoff, number 22 is stuck. And that's a good start there for New York if they want to try to make this a game. 2nd and 11. The clock is going to roll. Toronto in perfect setup here to burn some clock in their favor. Take it to the bridge. I'd say their win percentage will be somewhere around 95 to 96%. They'll go even higher if they could pick the first down up, and there's a flag, so that'll back them up. It does burn the clock a little bit, but it does back them up. It does burn the clock, seeing as it will take more time off the clock since the second down, but it does give New York a better chance to get Toronto off the field. And that is going to be another penalty here for Toronto. And now it's going to be 2nd and 26. I say right now, move down to like 94%. New York desperately needs a turnover. That's what I would say. Going to be hand this one off, pushing forward, and going to get some of those yards back. And New York is going to call their first timeout. So looks like New York will have the 2-minute warning in their favor. I think that's what they're shooting for. We'll see what they could do here, and they're hoping to punt, if possible, will be past the mark of their goal line. So it'll start them out at the 20 at the very least. David Washington does have a boot as well. 3rd and 21, big third down, looking to pass it again. They're going to throw it short, going to turn up, and just get stuck by 21. That is Cornstalk making the play, a big hit, and that'll give New York another chance here with the final 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in this game. Great job by New York, bad job there for Toronto for giving up the yardage via penalty. Sending this one away. It's going to the left, but I think it's going to the end zone. Yes, it is. And that will take it to the 20. So that was pretty much best case scenario if they didn't get a turnover. Start them out as quick as they can. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up here. We'll see what the big homies in New York can do. Aaron Knight got the touchdown out the way. Gonna look for a man, gonna throw short and caught. There goes the man past the 40. Turn it up, and they're probably gonna get one more play out of this post 2 minute warning, or pre 2 minute warning, I should say. We didn't get there yet, but great job nonetheless. Clock's gonna roll a little bit here, but they should be able to get a play off. And they are going to pass it, looking for a man, and caught. There goes Parrish again, and there goes the 2 minute warning. They are in Toronto territory as we speak. Now they need the touchdown here. Great move there to avoid the pressure and just sling that right in the middle of the field. Here comes Aaron Knight. Aaron Knight trying to do some damage. Here comes the pass. Gonna look, takes off to run. Middle of the field and caught. But that is not going to go too far right there. Only a gain of 2. The clock continues to roll. If that was all you was going to get, I would have thrown it away if you wasn't going to run it yourself. But they got 90 seconds left. All the receivers are to the right, and they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to look for a man. Look left side, a wide open Kareem Washington. And New York's not done yet. They need the onside, but they made it a game again. It's going to be a big play there. Aaron Knight gets it done. And Kareem Washington just torched that cornerback. Less than 90 seconds in this ball game. Potty. He said he's been upgrading. I think he's been upgrading. Go back to week 1 and let me know how his kicking was. But it's back to a 1-score ball game. But it comes down to the onside kick, though. Aaron Knight did what he could in the later portions of the game. It's unfortunate none of this happened for them earlier. But New York is making the game out of this. If they could find a way to get the onside kick, they'll have a timeout in their favor, and we may have resolved a tie ball game if it happens. But a big play here. A great job overall for New York for fighting, not giving up. Going to see this one and going to be picked up, and that should be ball game right there. Spike Tillman, they picked them up right before this week started, and that'll ice this one, folks. Now, if New York had their timeouts, it probably would have been different, right? It would have been a little bit different because they would have been able to hold them 3 times, get the ball back potentially, but it looks like Toronto is still in the running formation. See if they can pick it up on the ground. Get stuck. New York calls their final timeout here. And we should see a couple of kneel downs that should put this game away. Great job once again for Toronto. Looks like they will be moving to 3-3 on the season. While New York, they'll fall down. They'll be going to 0-6. Unfortunate there for them. They're one of 2 winless teams, including Arizona. We'll see them later on to this week when they face Huntington Beach, who has been on a tear defensively. and we'll see what happens here. You know what I'm saying? One more kneel down and let it get past 40 seconds, and they will do just that. And that is going to be ball game, folks. That is a 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter. Great job once again from the expansion team, getting their 3rd win of their history in this one to start out week number 6. New York, there's still plenty of promise here. It's just all about putting it all together from the first snap of the game all the way to the end. That's something that they're still learning as we see the final punt, trying to get one more pin, but that's just not going to happen. And that'll be the end of ball game number 1 of week 6. Final score will be 24-17. A great game nonetheless. Can't be too mad at it. You know, it's not always going to be close like as we expect it to be, but when you show up, you got to show out. Aaron Nike, he started the half. He started the second half on under 50 yards passing. So to end it with over 60%, over 65%, and getting 2 touchdowns out of it, that's definitely impressive. That's things that you could take into the landscape of the rest of the season. Jim Carr also was doing a very good job. Both of them leaving with 2 TDs this game. And we'll check it out real quick. Let me see what happens. Actually, let me see. He had 3. My bad, I was tripping. But looks like the total offense was the same. But keep in mind, most of the offense for New York popped up in the 4th quarter. So you could say that Toronto did a very good job all around. Looks like the possession time, New York did lead, but once again they had the last 2 drives, the last 2 long drives. That's what got them over there. Jim Carr leads the way. 300-yard game from him, 3 touchdowns, and all of them went to Darren Eliason. We'll talk about it later, but 68%, a great job. A 75-yarder was his longest. Aaron Nike's longest was that 43-yard touchdown to Kareem. Great job from him, and we'll see what happens with the rest of it. 20 for 30, 214, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns. So overall, solid game stat wise, but you want to clean up that interception. Of course, you want to make sure that you get the ball to your playmakers, but that's going to happen. Rashad Watson, a solid game, over 6 yards a carry and a touchdown, so he might be a candidate there for the team of the week there. Austin Wilson, a slow sledding day. Great job by the New York defense for holding them down to 24 yards on 12 carries. Jim Carr, Braxton McFadden, Kareem Washington, Aaron Nike, and Aldrezi each had carries. And it looks like the longest carry of the day was by Watson for that 30-yarder. So great job there from him. Receiving wise, we'll start with New York here. Rashad Watson led in catches as well with 41. So that means he had a 125 plus yard day total there for Rashad Watson. Great job. Gataki Draco's 5 for 60. Juice Parrish 4 for 41. John Aldrezi 2 for 16. And Kareem Washington 2 for 53. Cam Mello 1 for 3. And that's really about it right there. We'll go ahead and check the drops real quick. There's none. And longest reception, of course, was Kareem Washington there with that 43-yarder. Let's see. On the other side, Darren Eliason led the way. 6 catches, 215 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I think I know one of the receivers that's already locked. I'm sorry. But got to put that in there. Great game. Spike Tillman in his first game of the season, 3 for 44. Great job. Austin Wilson, 5 for 29. Dusty Rooks, only 1 catch for 13. And Aiden Keown there, 1 for 3. Any drops? Looks like the bot player made a drop. And the longest catch, obviously, the 75-yarder. Defensively, holy moly, Yogi Barr, 18 tackles on the game, just ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that's a season high, and that is a season high league wide there. Great job there from the rookie. He got picked number 1 overall for a reason. He showed it there today. Lawrence Sands, 8 tackles. Mitchell Lott with 5. Matthew Owsley with 4. Andre Krim with 4. Lee Flowers with 3. Tyler O'Steele with 3. Dexter Hall only with 2 tackles. Kevin Uribe with 2. Braxton McFadden with 2. Dusty Rooks, the tight end, gets 2. Tomlin Juicer, the free safety, gets 1. Thor Brown gets 1. Michael Brown gets 1. And even the kicker even gets into the mix with the tackle. So great job there. Tackles for loss, Andre Krim, the sole player there. Sack-wise, Krim and Hall each get 1. The interception by Lott was for 7 yards. Pass deflections, there was only 2. 1 for Lott, 1 for Brown. And Mitchell Lott might have earned his way into it as well. In regards to that, potential safety spot, you never know. Matthew Owsley forced a fumble and a bot player forced a fumble, and it looks like the homie Owsley recovered the fumble, so that might get him in the mix too for D tackle. You never know. And no other defensive stats there. On the other side, let's talk about it defensively. Looks like DD Beasley, the safety, leads the team with 7. Javad Storm with 6. Ernesto Romero III with 5. Chris Cook with 4. Buster Mack with 4, Cornstalk with 4, Andy Newsom with 4, Ivan Johnson with 3, Neil Mason with 3, Phenom Chisholm with 3, Ry Hoglaw with 3, Paco Pac II with 2, CA Jr. 2 times with 1, and Rashad Watson, the halfback, gets a tackle as well. A lot of tackles for loss here. Very encouraging to see. You see 2 from Ernesto. You see 1 from Cook, Mack, Storm, Newsom, Mason, and Pac II. So that's definitely encouraging to see. Keep on grinding on the updates. You could get a lot more, potentially turn them into sacks, but y'all did a pretty good job on sacks as well. 2 from Ivan Johnson, 1.5 from Phenom Chisholm. Ry Hoglaw got 1, and Paco Pac II split there with Chisholm. So great job. No INTs. Only 1 pass deflection from Javad Storm, and that honestly should have been a pick. I remember that play. That was in the red zone. And that's all the defensive stats there. Kicking wise, let me see if I get both. Thank you. Potty was perfect on the day. Only had a field goal of 25 yards, but made both of his extra points. David Washington missed 1 extra point, but he was perfect on field goals. Longest field goal was by Potty. And look at the kickoffs. Looks like 8 total kickoffs, 2 of them touchbacks. And looks like on the punting side, Potty led the way with 2. Actually 2 touchbacks, but his longest was 58. David Washington's longest was 57, and looks like they both averaged somewhere around like 51 yards punting between the 2 of them. John Eldrezzi 4 for 111, a great average there, 27.5. Spike Tillman 1 for 3 on the onside kick recovery. JoJo Tidwell Jr. also recovered on the onside kick. No other returns there. Punt return wise is going to be Caden Keown 4 for 38, and looks like Rashad Watson 3 for 23. Those are punt return stats, and that is going to be it for the game here in this one. Like I always say, there's more to the game than just this one. We got another one tonight. Charlotte and New Jersey, another Eastern Conference matchup. Don't go anywhere. We will be back on Twitch in a couple hours or so, I would say. But until then, thanks again for stopping by on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get into it.